Hello YouTube, Bright Guy Builds here for another episode. 2022 Ford Ranger. In the process of doing quite a few modifications, getting it ready for wheeling. Since I bought the least expensive four-wheel drive Ranger, it's really not ready to go. It's not a whole lot of ground clearance. It's got 29-inch tires. So it didn't really, not a whole lot of protection. So far I've got the skid plates installed. I even got one on the rear diff. I've got some mods in the back that I'll show you here momentarily. I've got rock sliders that are in the process of getting manufactured. Hopefully they'll be done in 4 or 5 weeks and get them here. I also have a lift kit that's in transit. So I'll be tackling that next week. And then once that lift kit goes, then I can start addressing wheels and tires. So the mods I've got going today, as you can see, I've got a nudge bar down there on the lower bumper. I was wanting a winch, of course, and I was really wanting to just install a 2-inch receiver type hitch in the front, or if I could have replaced my tow hooks with just some 2-inch square tubing that I could slide a winch into on a portable tray, or slide in some recovery points, you know, whatever I wanted, but nobody's making that. And the only front hitch receiver I found was by Snow Sport for the attachment of a snow plow. And the problem I had with that was you couldn't utilize a bash plate up in the front. It replaced it with a pretty flimsy looking piece of steel in its place, so I didn't want to go that route. And I didn't want to do a full front-on bumper. Pretty much just building an overlanding rig that I'm going to be using to pull my off-road camper. But once I get to a base camp and disconnect from the camper, I will be doing some trails, but not going to be doing anything hardcore. So I really didn't want to spend the money on a full-blown front bumper, so I found this nudge bar with American Trucks. It's their Barricade, their in-house brand. And I guess it's a nudge bar because it's just got that little half bull bar up there. And behind there is mounted a hidden winch. So I've got a Rough Country 9,500 pound winch back in there behind the grill. And I also, by installing this nudge bar, eliminated my tow hooks and it replaced them with a place for shackles. So it was kind of twofold. There was a couple hidden winch trays available on the market, but they were like $350, and this nudge bar was $450, so I figured for the extra $100, I'm getting a little bit more protection in the front, and then replacing the factory tow hooks with a place for some shackles. So the license plate just kind of flips up, and behind there is the Fairlane, and I got the synthetic rope with the Rough Country 9,500 pound winch. Pretty happy with it. I was concerned it was going to stick out a bunch and not be real attractive, but I think it actually turned out pretty good. We do have deer out here, so it does give me a little bit of extra protection. So it turned out pretty good. And it also gives me a spot there underneath the hoop if I decide to install some lights. And I am planning on going with some Diode Dynamic SS3s, and I'll probably mount them in the gap between the bumper and the nudge bar. And I think normally you'd put a light bar there, but I'm just going to put some of those SS3 Diode Dynamics lights up there. That'll do the trick. Alrighty, I do have a mod that I did in the back of the bed, so let's roll around back there. And what I got there is a Titan auxiliary fuel tank, 15 gallons. Mounts pretty flush up there, covering up the wheel well. Doesn't take up a whole lot of space. If I ever want to carry plywood or anything 4x8, I've got a little trailer that I can haul up to Lowe's to haul material back with. Really don't have a need to figure out some way to get a 4x8 sheet of plywood in here. So normally on my other daily driver truck, I always carried a fuel canister in the back, and because I've got a motorcycle, ATV, lawnmower, of course, and other things. And with the overlanding, if I do get somewhere in the back country, and I don't have to worry about the fuel situation. I know part of what I'm wanting to do is beach camping over in Texas at the Padre Island National Seashore. And they say to run the whole 60 miles to the bottom and up usually takes quite a bit of fuel. So that extra 15 gallons will help out. And then also, if I'm carrying a generator, it's just nice not having to carry canisters around. So pretty excited about that. And then also that extends my range. There is some places in Utah, if I wanted to run a gravel road going between Moab and say Zion or Bryce Canyon, that's a pretty good little haul, and it would be nice having that extra fuel. So that's what we got going right now. Like I say, next week I'm going to be getting that lift kit, and I'll show you that next week. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.